Oh, people, you missed it. We had an amazingly wild time at the Spill Party, September 10th, 2011. That's a day to remember. That's a day that I should probably apologize to a lot of people for a lot of things. A lot of things. I hear there's video and pictures out there. I never want to see them, but I did a lot of bad stuff. But what I really want to apologize for is this podcast that you're about to listen to. Now, even though the Brits and I, who joined me in this podcast, are having a great time with each other, we're enjoying each other's company, everybody's energy is up. Okay, maybe the energy isn't that up. We're all a little hungover. You'll hear about all that when you listen to the podcast. Somewhere in the middle of the recording, the microphones, about two of them, go out. My microphone and somebody else's microphone, they're spreading around. Now, I don't know what happened. I mean, maybe there was a short in a wire somewhere. Maybe something got pulled out. I don't know. But either way, it sounds like myself and someone else, whoever has that other bad mic, is way across the street or something. But you can still hear what's happening. I think it's interesting enough to listen to whether the mic went off or not. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff that we talk about. All of it's true, too. So I apologize for the audio that goes bad in the middle, but I hope you listen to the whole thing. I mean, because I really want a lot of you to know what you missed out on if you didn't show up. And maybe that'll encourage you to come to the next party that we have. So go ahead and take a listen and behold just how crazy British people can get. I can't do this anymore. I cannot come here to London anymore and hang with you guys at all. You almost killed me this weekend. This is truly the wildest party that we have ever had. When I say wild, I'm talking about parts I can't even remember. Crazy. And probably don't want to remember. But nevertheless, I think everybody else had a good time. I mean, we had such a good time that we had some people even scolding us. Like, who went to the party, they came back and sent messages to Nick like, man, you guys partied too hard. Yeah. Other than that, nice party. Yeah. You might want to be careful about your party. I'm like, what the fuck are you, my dad? But anyway, we have a full house of Brits and people from other places here. And I'm just going to go around and let everybody say who their names are. Let's start with you grinning over here, David. Let's start with you. You're a fucking weirdo, man.
What do you mean, man? What have I done?
Every time I look at you, you always have this look like you've done something. Doesn't he? Look at him.
He's got like glint in his eye.
Yeah, and he showed us this picture of his passport. And I said, you look like a fucking murderer, man.
You're not the first person to say that.
It won't be the last.
Indeed. People must be punished for their sins.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Just say your name, boy.
I'm David North.
And where are you from?
I'm from Manchester.
Yeah, that's 3 hours away from here?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good on Virgin trains, you know.
Yeah, no, this is the second time you've come and hung out with us here.
Indeed, it's always been a pleasure.
No, it's always a pleasure having you.
Well, you're just peachy.
Okay, well, pass the mic.
Sorry. My name's Martin, and I'm from Essex.
Essex. Now, where's Essex?
It's about half an hour away from London.
Okay. Yeah. Half an hour away from London?
You don't want to go there?
Yeah. Wait, no.
You don't want to go there.
Why?
Because you're there. No, I'm kidding, Martin. Martin is so shy. Martin, he mingles, but you are so shy, man. I would dare say you're almost adorable if you didn't look like kind of weird. I mean, stop it, man. You're good with me, man. I'll talk about you because I like you.
Thanks, Corey.
If I didn't like you, I wouldn't talk about you. So you have you been to London before?
Yeah, I studied at university in London for 3 years.
Okay,
yeah.
And this is the first time you come and hung with us, though.
Yeah, first time, yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome, man.
Thank you very much.
Right. And we have Switzerland back there.
Yeah, man.
Man. Switzerland's in the house, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm Aaron. So
Aaron.
It's been fucking crazy, man.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I'm here. It was awesome.
Yes, and how far? Now you said it takes you on plane about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not that far though. But.
Okay, on a plane, to get to Sweden. Yeah, okay. So, and this is your first time with us too.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, man. Welcome. I hope you had
Thanks,
a good
man.
time. We're going to talk about some things.
Sure.
I think you actually did at one point. Didn't you pick me up and carry me to a couch or something last night?
Yeah, that might have happened.
You,
Sure.
I mean, like you were saying, like I was. Oh, we'll wait and talk about it. You were the main one telling me a lot of the stuff that I was doing that I do not remember at all.
Yeah, I was pretty much following you around and
So that means
looking out for you, man.
Yes, no. So that means I'm gonna have to kill you, probably, right?
All right.
You have too much evidence. Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like you been following me around to get blackmail on me or something.
Yeah, I might have some stuff on camera.
Okay. All right. Well, you joking, but I think I really am gonna kill you. But we'll do it after the podcast.
I got
All
some
right,
suggestions.
that's fine.
Okay. And somebody's mic phone going off. Everybody's phone on silent, right?
Yeah, my phone's
All right. And this is somebody I don't think anyone knows or met before. Who are you, sir?
My name's Nick Hodges.
Oh, my name's Nick Hodges.
Yeah,
No, we got Nicky Poo over there.
Wait, I'm too tired to argue back. Yes.
I know, don't, man. You shouldn't be arguing anyway. That's just who you are now. Nick is exhausted. Nick, of course, helped get this party together.
Yeah, I think we may have overdone it this weekend.
I remember you saying,
craziness.
I know. Can you imagine just probably a few hours before we were saying, I really don't know if this is gonna go off that well or not. You know?
And
I don't think anybody's really. Not many people gonna show up.
there are actually parts of the night where I blacked out, just like Corey. So I'm actually curious on how we're gonna piece everything together and what exactly happened. So.
Oh, I part of me can't wait to talk about this, and part of me is dreading that.
Yeah.
I remember everything.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
He's doing that creepy thing.
See, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Dave in the same ditch as I put you in. So, and we have Nick's friend. Now, this is somebody who.
I'm dreading this.
Yes, it's.
I'm not gonna say anything bad about you, baby. Nothing at all. I'm just gonna say that you're Nick's friend.
Yeah,
You
she's,
have nothing
well-
to do with the site. You just showed up because
Yep,
Nick
I
invited
tagged
you.
along.
Yeah, she's my best friend, so she's practically my next
So you
door
have to
neighbor.
be nice
so.
to me.
Yeah,
I don't have to.
And,
Shit, you're not part of.
well,
you're not part of the site yet. I don't owe you anything. I like how everybody people scorned you last night. There were a few people hey, are you part of the site?
I was assaulted.
Yeah, you were like,
I will be pressing charges.
Oh, that's right. You got pushed by an afro.
Yeah.
There was a dude that showed up last night. He looked like an afro with eyes.
And
And he pushed my girl Alex. He came up and just said, "Hey, are you part of the site?" And you
Nope.
no, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of my way! Just bitch, move!" And he just pushed her out the way and
It's
went on.
true.
She was
It's true.
you were still mad about that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I will hunt him down. I
Okay.
will find him.
Well, hey, please do that. Scalp him and bring me the afro. Okay. That guy. We got plenty of stories on him too. That guy.
Yeah.
he cannot keep his
He-
hands to himself.
That guy, actually, he's probably the catalyst for everything that went wrong last night. And when I say wrong, I'm saying, just how it got spun out of control. We had a good time, but that guy, yeah, he was the one that took the cake last night. If we had an award for the craziest guy at the party, it was Afro Man.
Oh,
So-
yeah, for sure.
And we have, speaking of crazy people, we have Aljaž.
Yes, that's me.
And Aljaž, people might remember Aljaž from the Croatia trip that we took back in January.
Yes, I was a part of the Croatian podcast.
Yes, and you came all the way from Slovenia.
Yes.
Yeah, now how far is Slovenia from here?
Well, I actually had to drive from Ljubljana to Trieste, which is in Italy, and then that took about 2 hours. Then I flew from Trieste to London, which is another 2 hours, so 4 hours all in all.
You could have just said 4 hours,
I'm sorry. I like to elaborate.
Dan went through details. It looks like one of those Indiana Jones maps that, you see the head of Aljaž traveling down to this city and that city. So yeah, Aljaž has become a good friend of mine now.
Thank you.
We were happy to hang out. Aljaž, I think you actually want to make love to me.
Oh, very much so.
I know, man. I know.
Who doesn't, man?
Who doesn't? Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I noticed everybody's saying that while they're lying on the bed. It's
Who doesn't?
It's like me and Patricia sitting over here in chairs, and we're just looking at everybody on the bed. It's like everybody's waiting on us to join them to have one big spill orgy. Yeah, we're in my hotel room right now.
Yeah,
and
speaking of spill orgy, but we'll get to that later.
Yes, we will. Drink the wine first. Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, yeah.
We're sitting here drinking wine, and they gave me a free bottle of wine because they fucked up one of my rooms. That's why I was late.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I know Nick said I was on black people time getting to the party. You're always going to be late. No.
When it was black people time multiplied by Corey Coleman time equals 4
You know, you
or 5
could just
hours late.
combine this in a Corey Coleman time anyway, because, you know.
Okay, Layash, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and you might remember this girl from January also. I'm here with
Patricia.
Patricia. Doesn't she sound so lovely? Listen, say it again.
Patricia.
Let me put my hand on my penis and say it. And Patricia is from Poland,
That's right.
but you live here in London.
Yes, I've been in London for 8 years now.
8 years?
Yep.
Okay, I thought you just got off the boat last time I saw you.
No.
Okay.
That's,
Did you know?
a long time ago.
Did you know English before you got here?
Yep.
Cool. Just you shouldn't offended by that. Like, not stupid. Yeah, I knew that. So that is it. As you can say, we do have a full house here, and what we're gonna do is, as we said before, we're going to try. It's not just okay. Well, first of all, let me tell people what this was. Go ahead, Nick. What do you
Well, I was
want
about to say, no, we just try and start at the beginning and see if we all agree that actually happened and just go step by step.
Yeah,
you know,
what-
until it gets blurry towards the middle of the story.
Yeah, see what? Okay, we're doing this podcast because we had our big spill party. We have about 1 or 2 of these every year, and they just get bigger and they do get crazier. I mean, it started out like with 10 people in the pub to how many people do you think we had this year, Nick?
I don't know. I think it was like over 60, something like that. Like, do you think maybe nearing 70 or something?
Yeah, well, I think some people just came like in the afternoon, and some of
left.
them, yeah, and then they left. So some of them came in the evening. So all in all, I think over 60, around 70 spilios.
Okay, so we had about 70 people come out and hang out, and normally we get together and we just talk about our experiences and how much fun we had and how many people that we love to be with. And yeah,
The thing is, we're usually so energetic and excited about talking about these. The thing is, we're all hammered, you know, like really knackered, and we're struggling to stay awake right now.
But this
so-
is treat this podcast as somewhat of a mystery, because the goal here is to try to piece together parts of the night to figure out what the fuck happened, because there are parts that I do not remember, and I think 3 of us in this group blacked out.
Yeah,
and
I blacked out.
All in favour, say aye.
Yeah, hey, I'm the blackout club. You know, yeah, man. And it started out cool. Now, Nick and Anisha, right?
That's right.
Yeah, Anisha. Those guys, Anisha especially, bless her heart, man.
Oh, yes.
Who I offended because I thought she was a lesbian.
Well, she had a shirt, so you know.
I forgot that she had a boyfriend and everything at one time, but I thought she was a lesbian. And I said, I think I went to her and said, Patricia, you might have something to do with that, but I'm not going to say anything right now.
History repeats
Patricia and
itself.
Anisha made out last party. Hell yeah.
Anisha and I got together to organise the London party because I just was trying to find a venue for that would meet the budgets that we were looking at.
Which was 0, right?
No, originally you gave me a number, like I think it was. Am I allowed to say how much money you were thinking? Or?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, you said think about a budget of £300.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, that's hard, you know. But so I got into contact with Anisha because she said the last party that she was into, she wanted to do events organising. And I said, well, do you want to try that now? Because you offered. And she's like, yeah. And so I gave her a call, and we spent all of Monday just going to every single club we could find in, Leicester Square.
Yeah, pretty much you
London.
found you pretty much found. Yeah. I was saying $300. It turns out we didn't have to £300. We didn't have to spend any money on.
No, because we got this place for free. It was the Oxygen Club in Leicester Square, and it was a really, really good find because the manager was really cool. He gave us not only gave us the top floor just for us, but he gave us discounted drinks, which is like a beer £2.50, cocktails £3.50. And that was the happy hour extended from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then...
Basically bloody dangerous.
Yeah, basically bloody... I think that's what
you
killed
don't
us.
realize how... You think cheap drinks is a good thing. Cheap drinks.
It was meant to be...
That's fucking dangerous, man.
It was meant to be an allure to bring people into the club and stuff.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked.
Oh, yeah.
But... then I realized, like, oh shit, they're cheap drinks, so that had an effect.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
I was just saying that they added up,
Oh yeah, they added up.
Oh yeah, no, they add up, and they add up in money, and they add up in insanity. Because what happened was we thought this was cool. We got the place for free, the drink specials, had all the people coming in having a good time.
Oh yeah, well, should we talk about Michael? Michael also offered to DJ for us.
Oh yeah, one of the
that
Spill
dude was
members.
awesome.
Yeah, one of the Spill members, Michael Burchill, came in. He's from the Caribbean, white dude, by the
Yeah.
way, from the Caribbean, with some kind of crazy British accent or something. But he came in with his girlfriend and offered to DJ, and the club let him do it. So man, look, we got a free club.
free
we
DJ.
had like a free DJ. We had drink specials. And for the first hour or so, we were like having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And then, for some reason, I decided to just drink everything that everybody put in my face. I mean, it was one drink after another. People were just buying drinks and not only saying, "Hey, let's drink," but let's down this. You know, like just chug it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was kind of cool at first. Like, hey, people giving free drinks. And then it got really heartfelt because some guy came down, another American. He came down and said, you know, we want you and Nick to come out to the front because we want to do a toast to you guys. And we came out and they say, hey, Corey, it's your birthday. We're happy you're here. Let's have a toast to you and Nick. And this is a great thing. And you know, it was one big love fest, man.
Oh yeah. That was
Definitely.
that was really sweet. I thought for him to like buy us, like 4 bottles of champagne.
Champagne, yeah.
Champagne, and it was like, oh, this is proper. I was thinking it was 4 bottles.
Four.
No, 4. Was it 4 or 2?
Was it 4? I thought you said 2.
I thought it was 4.
I thought I saw
it was
2,
4 bottles
but-
of champagne. And we shared amongst all the Spill members and stuff, and we practically owned that club. So they cut off the music just for us and stuff. So
we filled the club up. You know, the club was full.
Yeah, the thing is that like we had the whole upper floor reserved for ourselves, but we weren't restricted to it. So like we could freely move from floor to floor, and it was like in 3 different floors.
Yeah, we packed the place.
Yeah,
and
basically.
it was a lot of fun, and I knew things were gonna start getting bad when at one part of the night I went up to Nick. Now when I say bad, we had a great time, but there are things that we did that we
do not wish to talk about.
Yeah,
Is that what you're gonna say?
there's some things we can't even talk about.
Yeah.
But and we when I say bad, let's just say I speak for myself when I say I became a fool and scared people by the end of the night. I was doing things that I don't even remember, but we'll get to that. But I knew things were about to take a turn into craziness when I went up to Nick and I said, "Hey Nick, we need the code for the internet here. Do you have it? Do you have the manager's number?" And Nick turned around to me, and Nick had one eye half open. Well, the other eye was wide, and Nick he said something to me that was like, "Yes, man." It was like a Sean Connery, retarded Sean Connery kind of. And I was just like, "What the fuck happened?" I was like, I just talked to Nick 30 minutes ago. What happened in that 30 minutes? And I was making fun of Nick bad, but.
The thing is that even though you're saying I was bad, it was nothing compared to you later. You were proper fucked up, I gotta say. So whereas I had one eye kind of half open, both of your eyes were like, like yeah.
There was okay, so Nick was doing that, and then after Nick, that's when I saw that afro with eyes come through the crowd. This guy walked through the crowd.
Oh, Captain Groper.
Yeah, with the widest grin on his face. His eyes were just bulging, and he looked evil. And I mean, he looked like the guy that you should not stay away from or take any kind of substances from him. And he was buying me shots all night. He first came up. This is how he opens with me. He says, "Corey, hey, down this. And it looked like, I didn't know what it was. At that point, I'm just drinking anything. And I just shot it back, and he just screamed to the crowd, "Double vodka, my man, Corey, double vodka." And everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" They were looking at me like I brought him, And he was doing this to everybody. He just, at the bar, he was just buying one shot after another. At one point, he said, "I just spent 80 pounds.
Whoa.
And then he looked like he was upset about it. He's like, "Fuck, I just spent 80 pounds. Who wants some more shots?" It was like, okay.
Wait, was he the one buying you the flaming Lamborghinis?
Okay. Now I think that was the mistake.
Yeah, that was the breaking point, I think.
Yeah, that was the tipping point, definitely.
Yeah, because he was going around. Yeah, you say he was groping people.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Mike to the face.
Oh, maliciously
Should we all tell our separate stories like that we've seen of this guy? So
okay. Should I?
Because he got around.
Oh, yes.
okay.
Well, mine
Go
is the
ahead.
least interesting. He just, kind of stepped on me a couple of times because he was unable to stand straight. So
Oh
David,
god.
bring the mic up to you, man.
Basically, it was like an octopus. He'd just like wrap his arms around you and start tickling you in your armpits, and you're like, "What the fuck's going on? Please stop!" And it's like, "Oh, get off!" And that was
Oh, if
bad.
you don't put this mic
Oh,
up to your face.
My apologies. Basically, octopus, gropey, tickly. Please leave me alone. Looked like someone out of a children's educational advert about strangers.
show me on this doll where he touched you. Show me on this afro where he touched you.
Pretty much everywhere on this doll. That's where there are holes on this doll that that's not showing there. He touched me. No, yeah, he groped you.
Yeah.
Did anybody else get molested by this
Yeah,
guy?
man, he's not just fucking crazy. He's scary.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna rape me at one point, actually.
Yeah.
Because he just kept coming up behind me, bear hugging me, and licking my ear. See, like really nasty. He was trying to speak to me, I think, but he just kind of missed it, so he licked my ear.
Like that.
A little bit, yeah. But it was still scary though.
Yeah. What about you, Martin?
Well, I didn't see this because I had my 20th mojito.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the other thing.
So-
we were drinking all these mojitos.
Yeah, I was like, hey, and I don't know if he groped me or not. I have no idea. But I did not see this.
Did
So
you leave your drinks unsupervised? Because that could be why you don't remember anything.
no,
I wouldn't put it past him. I'll say that.
I pretty much down them.
Yeah, that's
what Essex people do apparently. So
That's what that's wild to me. Everybody was ordering mojitos, and over in the States, you get a mojito. Now, that's classic. You sit back, and you hold it out like real refined. Sometimes you put your
Well,
pinky
the
out.
pinky, yeah.
And sometimes you look down at your feet and you're wearing loafers that you didn't have before. It's like it's a really refined drink. And
But with these mojitos being £3.50, fuck that,
yeah, everybody kept saying down this mojito. So you got it, and you just shot the mojito. And I was like, they're fucking crazy here.
It's like, yeah, but they're so cheap. That's the thing, because usually mojitos in London cost about £8 or something. So we were just milking that as long as.
Yeah, and everybody's drinking that, and that guy was getting a lot of mojitos for people too. Now,
Did you hear about Edwin? Did I tell you about Edwin? What's that? What's his name? The Afro guy.
we just call him Afro Man.
Afro Man. Okay, Afro Man. Yeah, Afro. Wait, there was. I mean, I didn't have a close encounter with him as personal as the rest of you guys, but I saw him. It looked like he was kind of making out with Edwin at some state, and I was just looking.
And Edwin was he's a guy from Russia.
Yeah, yeah,
Who was the Ukraine. He was on our last
Ukraine.
podcast.
He was on the very last podcast, and he was there with his girlfriend Lucia, and so in this
the blowjob?
yeah, that's the one. She goes, "Do you like the blowjob?" But anyway, she I look at Lucia, and she's just looking at Edwin and Afro Man. She's got this really pissed off look in her face, and then she looks at me and she's like, "Nick, we go dancing," and she grabs my hand, and I was like, "But what about Edwin?" And she drags me all the way downstairs to the dance floor, and I was just like, "Okay, she's mad."
I can tell you that they were not making out, that guy in Afro Man, because
I saw
Afro Man.
I saw Edwin from the back. I didn't know who was kind of groping him, because I just saw all these hands going up and down his back and stuff, and so I guess he was trying to fight him off or give him a hug or something.
Well, he was hugging Edwin, and I walked up, and here's where my groping story comes in.
Yeah.
Because I look at Edwin, and Edwin, I'm just laughing at those guys, 'cause I thought they were just actually becoming really good friends. And Edwin looks at me, and he's like, "Help me." And so I went over there to tell the guy, I wasn't mean, because look, as much shit as we're talking about this guy, I like the guy. I thought he brought, it was a wild thing, but he brought some spontaneity to the party.
I feel left out. Like, he groped all of you and he just assaulted me.
Yeah, that's right. He pushed you to the
feeling
floor.
left out here.
Well, I went over there to grab and just say, I wasn't gonna like pull him off. Say, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was just gonna say, "Hey, man, come with me. Let's go get a drink." But the moment I put my hand on his shoulder, he whips around and just clutches me. Just grabs imprints on me. Because all his arms and legs are like wrapped around my body, and he starts to go for my neck. He's like,
and was Edwin like, "Okay, he's your problem now"?
Yeah,
Just wiped his hands. Yeah. Bye, Corey.
See, when you say he licked your ear, that's what I was telling Alex here. I said he licked my ear. Like he actually made out with my ear, was biting my neck, and I was trying to pull him off. He's a skinny guy, and I felt like, oh, I'm bigger than this guy. I can pull him off easy. No, I was trying. He was clinging to me. He was like glued to me. And it was like I was being attacked by a chimp or something because I was trying to pull him off. I was doing my best to like get his arms off me. He's like, ah. And it's pretty much I just walked down the steps with him still on me. I was like running into a wall trying to hurt him to get him off of me. Get off, boom, get off, yeah. And he would not stop clinging to me. But there was a point where he's like, hey, he'd stop. Calm down. He's like, let's go do one of those flaming Lamborghinis. I didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah, flaming Lamborghini.
He's like, hey, you gotta try this.
Yeah.
And all I know is
Do you know what's inside it though?
Gasoline, rubbing alcohol.
No, basically it's like 2 alcohols. I think one is kind of a
liqueur.
Yeah, kind of like Bailey's.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Then there's one absinthe.
No, nothing.
No, it's you cover that with absinthe so you can light it up.
So is
it
absinthe
burns.
in there?
Yeah, but the absinthe mostly evaporates because you light it on fire. But then once you start drinking it, the waitress or the waiter, whatever, starts pouring 2 more alcohols. Yeah, 2 more shots in your glass while you're drinking it.
Yes, that's because I noticed that it was on fire.
Yeah.
And you drink it through a straw.
Yeah.
It's like, waitress must have misheard because I just wanted a beer, but she got me this drink. And I started drinking. I didn't know how to drink it, so I started drinking it through the straw, and the straw started melting. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it was just like, my throat was on fire. It was so, I couldn't drink it.
Yeah, the bottom, when I pulled my straw out of it, the straw had smoke coming off the end.
You have
like
to
it
be
was
quick about
dissolving the straw. It was like acid. But I had one of those in.
You had 2 of
You
those.
had 2 actually.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about that first one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and it because I thought I was done with the drink. I was like, I'm really not enjoying this. And then she started pouring more in there.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then so I was done. I was just like, I never want to do that again. 15 minutes later, you want one of these? Yeah, why not? And I had, so by this point, I must have had, like you said, like about, 20 mojitos. I had
You had loads of mojitos, and then did you have any of the pitchers that were going around?
I had what? No, I had.
What was in the orange one?
No, pitchers. Like
Yeah, but what was in the orange one?
Oh,
The one that we had downstairs.
no, that was called the drink was called Oxygen.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh,
this
okay.
pink kind of
Yeah.
yeah, that was
All right.
like
No, I didn't have that. Throughout the night, I never had one beer in my hand. I always had 2. So
At one point you actually had one on the table, one in your right hand and one in your left. So
Yeah.
I just came to you and I said, okay, I'll take this one.
I know something like people were following me throughout the night. Like I didn't know this. People like just following me, taking drinks away from me.
No, the thing is,
making sure that I wasn't doing stupid shit.
No. The thing is, you're a nice guy. So when someone offers you a drink, you're like, yeah, hell yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, man. And you're like, with 70 people there, all buying you drinks. It's no surprise you get fucked up,
Oh yeah, I mean I had about 20 something beers by that point. All those mojitos, 2 of those flaming Lamborghinis. Who knows
champagne.
what else?
Champagne.
You got
Champagne. Shots of various alcohol and
Jaeger bombs.
I never had the Jaeger bomb.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Oh, you didn't
You and
do-
I had Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, now we had set up the computer and the webcam and everything. And I just remember I was a little drunk at that point, and I was going around being very friendly with people. And the next thing I know, we're on a dance floor, and we're dancing and all this kind of stuff. Now I don't remember dancing myself, but people told me. Now here's good. It gets really weird. People
this an
told
Oxygen?
me.
Is this
Hold on. I'll tell you. Hold on.
This is an Oxygen.
Wait, hold on. Just hold on. Yeah, shut up, Nick. God damn it. No, now I'm out there. I remember going out on this dance floor and dancing for a little bit, and that's pretty much all I remember. The next thing I remember is I'm sitting next to Patricia, and I said, "Do you want something to drink?" And she says yes, and I said, "I got to go out and get money because they're not taking my card in any of these places." And I walk out, and I don't know where I am. I have no clue where how to get back to the club. And I remember going back to, and I did. After I got the money, I'm like, I remember passing these things. How did I get way over here? This doesn't make sense. These landmarks are about 15 minutes away. And I was lost, and I remember asking this group of gay guys. I was like, can you show me where Oxygen is? And one guy's like, seriously, I'm not doing like a gay stereotype. This guy's like, he's complete gay guy, by the way. I said, what do you do? Honey, I'm a hairdresser. And he's like, but that's okay. Come on, I'll show you how to get to where you're going. So he takes me to a certain point, puts me on one of those pedicabs, and I was like, "You seriously got to put me on a pedicab? The club is right down the street." And he's like, "Just take him, and he'll get you there." And I get back to the club, and it's empty, closed. I'm standing at the door like, "Where these motherfuckers left me, man?" And I start walking, and I get back to the entrance of what I recognize. Like, but this isn't. I thought this was the back of Oxygen. Turns out, it's a total other club. And the bouncers are looking at me. They ask me. They're saying, and especially they had this one butch lesbian bitch ass bouncer.
Oh yes.
And I get to the front, and she says, like they're looking at me. I said, can I go back in? I said, and the guy's like, yeah, it costs $20. And I said, I've been in here all day long. Are you? I can't go back. I got friends in there. I got my computer, all this kind of stuff. And that lesbian came up, and she was like, "You fucking liar! Get out of here! You weren't here. You weren't here. You. I don't remember you coming in here. Just turn around, go back." They were saying, "This guy, get him out of here." And I don't know if I put up a fight or something, 'cause I'm getting pushed by like 3 bouncers now. And I just walk off. Don't want to get in any trouble. And the next thing I know, people are calling me saying, "You've been gone for almost an hour. We're looking for you." And I said, "Now that letting me back in the club." Turns out, now here's what happened. Turns out that we left Oxygen, walked to a complete other club, went in, and at this club, I apparently, and I remember none of this, I apparently got to the club, was told by the bouncer going in, I need to settle down. I started like talking to guys, talking to girls with guys, you know. I was dancing crazy. I was a little bit too loud where they had to probably come in and tell me to settle down again. I think someone told me.
Yeah, I asked Patricia to sit you down, and wait, you sat Corey down as well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, he was just wandering around pretty much, like, and let's just say at one point during the night he just lost his fucking mind. He lost his ability to speak.
Yeah, true.
All that came out of his mouth was like gibberish, like blah, 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 blah.
That is true.
It was crazy, man.
Look, I have no memory of any of this at all, especially when I went back to the club. I did not feel drunk. I did not feel sick. I felt normal. I felt completely normal. I didn't know what happened. And we actually went back to that club, and that woman told me, and it made sense. She's like, I put you out because you were completely out of your mind and you didn't know where you were. So that's why I didn't let you back in. And I was like, okay, I was a dick. Never mind. You know, I was like, she was in her right to do that. But I guess it was the drinks that we had, so many of them. Because Alex, you don't remember leaving the Oxygen Club either?
I don't remember leaving, no.
So what happened? Tell me your recollection of this.
The mojito was my demise.
What,
the mojito.
The mojitos? So what happened? Did you leave Oxygen and go to the other club? But
I
don't
just
remember?
played Follow the Leader, and that is basically the end of my. Because you walked with me. Nick walked home with me. Like.
No, I didn't.
No, you walked home.
I didn't walk. I didn't
get a cab. Apparently.
I did not walk you home. No.
You did.
No. Oh, sorry. No, I walked with you. No, Anisha and I walked with you and Dave. Because we were going to get money anyway, and Dave was to make sure that she got into a cab home. I thought.
Oh.
I remember Zelch.
Wow. So I have a feeling. Okay, either we drank a whole lot, or somebody was fucking with our drink. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, it was crazy because I had like mojitos, and then I had the Jaeger bombs with you, and then those pictures of like I have no idea what they're like, loads of pink shit in them and stuff. So I can't really remember much about that second club either. I mean, apparently, like Tyler phoned me up when we were getting towards the club. He was saying, "So where are ya? We're at this station," and I'm just I'm speaking to for 6 minutes. Alias, wait, what did he say?
It was like this. There was on one end there was me and Tyler, and then on the other end there was him and Anisha, right?
Yeah.
And what I saw was Tyler phoning him up, and it was like, "Nick, where the fuck you at?" And then there was like 5 seconds of silence, and what the fuck you talking about, man?
Because I started mumbling at that point. Like, apparently weren't understanding what I was saying. So.
See,
so Anisha just took his phone and started talking to Tyler at the end. So
also, there was one point where you and I got into an argument, but
you did?
No, but the thing is, you were mumbling, and I was mumbling. So no one understood what we were arguing about.
That was a reenactment, right?
I just remember, like, you know, when it was all said and done, I'll put it all together. I just remember, you know, making fun of Nick for having that one eye closed and that jaw just like fucking moving and nothing making sense out of it. And then I had to realize by the end of the night I turned into you, but I was worse.
You were twice as bad as me at the end of the night. I thought I was kind of subtle, to be honest, but no, you're just like.
They fastened.
No, that wasn't subtle.
No.
Right. Well, I was more subtle than Corey was. So.
What did you say?
I said that wasn't very subtle.
No, you were not subtle at all, man.
But
Your face was so animated, you were spastic, man.
that's mean.
Your fucking face never stopped moving, man. You look like, I wish I had grass to put in your mouth because you look like you were chewing coal like a cow.
Like Nick is looking so hurt right now.
I know. Shit.
I was worse than you. Apparently, I was much worse than you.
I know, but the way you're describing me, if I'm that bad, then you were fucking way worse than that. So
I can't argue with you because I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But I admit it. You know, I will say this. I
can't deny it because I don't remember it. So.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. As bad as we were, Afro Man took the cake because I was at one part of the night. I thought that we were doing pretty well. Like, all of us. I was like, you know, we might be fucked up, but, you know, we're nowhere as bad as that guy. Because there was a point where I was talking to Paul. You know, Paul, who usually comes to the parties.
Yeah, Paul Manpilli.
I was having, like, a serious discussion with Paul. And we were sitting in the corner. It was that kind of conversation where people come up to us and Paul would be like, could you give us a moment, please? And we finally got a quiet spot. We got to, like, the real heart of this conversation. All of a sudden, this door just goes slam! And these two big bouncers are carrying an Afro out. And they take that guy out into the middle of the street and dump him like garbage. And turn around and they don't even bat an eye. They don't even glance back at him to see if he's okay. It's almost like they did their job, that's it. And they walk back in. And they even knew that he wasn't going to be able to make it back in for a while. Like, it's almost like they threw him down the ground so hard that they were like, oh, he's not going to recover for another 15 minutes, you know. He'll be all right. And I looked in Craig, the MMA fighter.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, maybe I should see what's going on. Like, you know, I'm a security guard, and you know, and when I say security guard, I'm talking about like not security guard at a mall. I'm talking about one of those guys who guards the president almost. Because Craig is pretty much.
He's a martial arts fighter.
I was gonna say a badass, but you know.
Yeah, that's true.
That guy's been he is a TV show. That guy has been a detective. He's had his own detective agency. He's done like major security, and now he's an MMA fighter. I want to hire him just to stand next to me most of the time. And he was gonna like try to figure out if the bouncers needed some help. And he's like, "Is there any trouble here?" And they're just like, "Don't worry about it." And, you know, I'm looking at the middle of the street, and that guy is down the street. He's like, I thought he was hurt because he's like, oh. And I was just like, you know what? I'll just leave it alone. He finally got up and just disappeared to the crowd. And I was like, well, that is that. Afro Man no more. I'm kind of sad to see him go, but you know, and then I look over and here he comes back to the club like at the beginning when I first saw him grinning, drinks in his hand. I was like, how'd you get back in here? And he's like, oh, somebody vouched for me. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, they told me just, you know, shrug it off and come on back in. That's like, they must have knocked you out so fucking hard that they said he will not do what he did again.
But that wasn't the last time that you know, some kind of violence happened to him, because when we left the club Oxygen to get to the other one, the Den, he was like screaming his lungs out, like, yeah, let's do this, you know.
Was he also the one who was screaming "fuck your thoughts"?
Something, yeah, I think he may have been.
He did.
He was just like going to random Speedos, but no, what we were talking about. He just came to random people, like not even Speedos. He was just yelling in their face, "Fuck your thoughts! Fuck your thoughts! Fuck your thoughts, man!" And they were looking at him like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man?"
And it was at that point that three coppers were just walking past, and one just grabs him mid-sentence in a chokehold and says, "Calm down, calm down," and it was like, and he just froze up like, okay, and he lets him go, and Cav was like, Super Cav goes up and was like, sorry sir, it's not going to happen again. He's just had a little bit too much. Just like, keep him in line. And then I said, is it alright? He's like, yeah, don't worry, mate. Just walks off.
I like that. You make him sound like you went with the cops. He was yelling "fuck your thoughts" to some cops.
Yeah.
Like
But I love the fact they just grab him, chokehold mid-sentence.
Sentence to it like that. Fuck your thoughts!
It was like Michael Myers in Halloween. Like he held him up in one arm, you know.
Keep it down.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy was getting beat down last night, and nothing would stop him. He was like Michael Myers. It's like nothing would kill him. It's like, I think he got shot last night and still kept going. That guy, I like that guy though. I'm not saying his name.
Yeah.
I don't want people fucking with him, but I liked him. He actually was with us to the end of the night. I have to say that guy. When I was standing in front of Oxygen waiting for people to come pick me up and go back to the hotel and whatnot, he was one of the guys that came to make sure I was okay and made sure we got back to the hotel all right. So, hey, he's a good guy, man. Just fucking insane. That's all. What is this?
This, Corey, is my birthday present to you.
Okay. Can I open it now?
Yes.
Thank you. You didn't have to do this.
I know, but I did anyway.
Okay. I'm opening it. I'm going to let it go. Like, let's do the crinkles. You know what I like to do before I open up a gift?
What?
I like to touch it up, feel it, and try to guess what's under there.
All right.
Okay. It's two things.
3, actually, if you count the card.
3. Okay. 3. Well, what counts the gift? Everybody knows people don't want cards. They want to get the gift.
True.
The hell with cards. I'll throw cards away. I don't even read them half the time.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they got money, they have money in them sometimes. So you gotta.
He's broke. He ain't got no money.
True.
So, and it's rectangular.
Yes.
I'm gonna say okay. One of these things is a book.
Sort of.
Okay. And the other thing feels like a frame.
Okay.
It's got some sort of relief sculpture on it.
Okay.
I want to say that the other thing is a picture.
All right.
So let's see how well we guess this. And then there's a card in here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I'm good, man. Look
You
at this.
are.
First of all, we have a picture. I don't know what it is,
You don't know.
but I'm gonna turn it around.
All right.
Let's see which way. Okay.
This way, yeah.
All right. Oh, look at that. Ayash laying down the speedo on a plush rug. Thank you.
Come on.
I've always wanted this. When Nick and I were saying, when we first met you, we were like, that Ayash, and we're being serious about this. We Nick and I, we're not gay, but we became very gay for Ayash when we saw him. Ayash came in here fishing for compliments when we first met him. He was like, I don't meet that many girls, I'm the shy guy. And we were like, no, that guy looks like, you know what you look like?
What?
You look like you should be like an Italian secret agent or something.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you're a handsome guy. But this is really heartfelt here. This is very nice. He gave me a picture of, there's you in there, Ayash.
Yes.
And look, there's Nick.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's me.
Yeah.
And this is from our Croatia trip.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is so cute. Look at that.
Oh.
Oh.
That is very. Hey, come over here and give me a hug, man.
All right.
Damn, that is. Normally, I would look at something like this picture. Where is that picture?
Doesn't look anything like you.
What do you mean it doesn't look like me? Who does it look like?
It
Who does
does.
it look like me? Who does it look like? You better say somebody handsome. No, who do I look like?
I don't know, but not you.
How did you recognize him in the picture?
Because you just told me.
So if you were to get this picture and then know that was me, or like if Ayash had just said, like, look at this picture right here, and I'm sitting in the same room, you would not think that is me in that picture?
I'd say that the cheeks look a bit chubbier.
I'm so glad you said that and not me.
Well, I have gotten slim and trimmer since that time. No, I don't know, but the picture's a little elongated too, I think so.
Yeah.
But it's a nice picture though. Look at that. Isn't that adorable?
Yeah.
Now normally I would say, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Give me something I can use, But this is such a nice picture that I'm actually very, very, very heartfelt by this, and can't wait to go home and put this up on my mantelpiece.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
So everybody can think that you and Nick are my boyfriends. He's got no picture of girls up in here, but he got a picture with two guys. Oh yeah, that's my skiing trip with my friends. You see this, Nick?
Yeah, I did see it.
Nick, and I'm gonna tell you something. Nick doesn't look like himself in that picture, does he? You talking about me?
Probably because of
No.
my long hair or my
shit-faced grin. I must have been drunk in that picture or something. I don't know. Oh, weren't we all? I just look like a floating head there. Right.
I think that's so nice, Ayash, that you think you and I are well enough friends that you can actually give me a picture of us in a frame. We're not, and that's kind of creepy. So no. Thank you so much, man. Let's move on to the other thing.
Well, that was supposed to be kind of a joke, because I remember you were talking about that you don't draw anymore.
You didn't get a miracle fruities, did you?
No,
you know, not that fried chicken flavored tablets.
It's actually a sketchbook, kind of.
What's a sketchbook?
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, why would you give me something that you know I'm not going to use?
That's the point. Because you were talking in a podcast that you only draw with a computer now.
Yes.
And I was like running blank on what I should give you, and I was just passing this art store, and I saw these notebooks, and I said, well, why not?
Okay. Well, you just wasted your money. But no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this right up next to the. I'm never gonna open this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it right up next to the picture frame.
Well, it's yours. You can do with it whatever you want.
I might run out of toilet paper one day.
Hey, save it. It might be a masterpiece someday.
It will be. Oh, look at this.
Well, yeah.
Personalized card.
Yeah, I was searching for like an hour and a half for a birthday card that would have anything written in English in it. But there wasn't any, so I just made one myself.
So Slovenia.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Let me see. It's American Dad.
Yeah.
And what's the guy's name?
Stan.
Stan, yeah. Let's see if I can talk in the voice of Stan.
All right.
It's gonna be so bad.
This will be fun.
Hey, Corey, it's your birthday. So guess what time it is? Oh, wait a minute. Is this what I think it is?
Oh yeah.
Time to kick it, yeah. Everybody knows one of my favorite parts of American Dad is when Stan got himself a Flavor Flav hat and some glasses, a clock, and a jet boot.
Yeah.
And start dancing to 911 as a joke. And you see, you know what? That's a birthday gift right there. You know, when somebody remembers little things about you like that, and they go out of their way to give it to you in a card, and you can't do shit with it once you have it. But no, thank you very much, man. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Okay, so everybody else, where's my gifts?
I already got you your gifts at the birthday.
Yeah, so you gave me a loss of memory.
Well, you got a gift from me too, right? Well, from me and the DJ. You remember that?
Oh right.
Oh wait,
That was the greatest gift you ever received.
Are you talking about the watermelon?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I was about to say.
And he loved it. He ate the whole thing.
Well, he was
Let me
hungry,
tell you. Let me tell you what happened. Okay, so, and this is for another podcast that you're gonna hear with Brian, who I did the road trip with. Him and I have a whole other story about getting to London in the car. But when I get there, we didn't think that we were gonna, because a lot of guys were hanging out that night. Like Nick and Ayash, they were saying, hey, let's get some friends together because Friday is actually your birthday. So come on in and meet us at this spot and we'll have a good time. And let me just say, Brian went on this whole thing looking for this attraction that didn't exist.
Yeah.
He drove out of his way to find I'll save it for the podcast. But he went pretty much 100 miles outside of Paris looking for something that's in Paris.
Oh yeah, right.
I told him it's in Paris, and he was like, "What's that?"
Oh, nothing. It's a bit warm in here.
It's getting warm here. So take off
all your clothes.
I am too flabby to show my skin.
So we found we get into London late, and I didn't think I was gonna make it, but we got there, and a lot of people already there, and we were having a good time. But the moment I walked through the door, my man back here and the DJ Mike.
Not to forget his girlfriend.
And his girlfriend.
Yeah.
They come up, all three of them come up to him like, "Hey, we got you something for your birthday." And I was like, "Oh, that's sweet. You got me."
You got all excited. You got all excited for a second until you opened the bag, and then your face just dropped like, oh.
Well, of course, I looked at you guys like, how am I supposed to react to this? I'm like, you seem like nice, non-racist.
Eat it. That's how you're supposed to react.
And I was, and I opened it up, and I was like, you know what? This is really offensive. I shouldn't even be hanging around you guys right now. I don't know what made you think this is
Yeah.
This was even a good idea, but goddamn, this is a good idea. No, I chowed down. I mean, when they gave me that slice of watermelon, I was thinking like, you know what? Just for I don't know, my own personal pride, I should probably not eat this in front of everybody because I know everybody loves watermelon, but they did this as a joke. But goddamn, I'm hungry right now because we did not eat. Brian does not believe in eating on a road trip. We just go straight. So that night I was starving, and even though that was probably one of the most racist fucking things anybody ever done to me, it's probably the best gift I got that day because I was starving. I didn't even have any utensils to eat that watermelon with. And
you just stuffed your face with it.
I went down that watermelon like I was giving head. My face, I came up. When I popped back up, I had a watermelon juice facial. I had like connected dots on my face because I had those seeds on it. It was it was good. It was good watermelon.
No, I made a crack against this thing, dude. Why are you actually eating the watermelon? He just spat seeds at me. He's like, because I'm hungry, that's why.
Like machine gun spat them at the...
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, man. And, you know, all I have to say are two things to you. I have to say thank you very much for giving me that, and fuck you.
I love you too, Corey.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. What time is it now? All right. Well, actually, we've gone for an hour.
Already?
Yeah, time passes, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when we do these things, I told you. That's how everybody wonders how co-hosts I can go on for like 3 and 4 hours. You lose track of time when you do this stuff. I think we covered a lot of ground here. I think we talked about a lot of good stuff. Now, unless you guys got something to bring up, please.
Well, I think we should give Brian a shout out because without him, we probably would have lost the laptop, and this podcast would never come into existence. Yeah. So he's a real good guy.
No, Brian has turned into a really good friend of mine. You'd be amazed that you can like bond over a road trip. Normally, when you get done on a road trip, you think that you're gonna like just be out of it and hate each other. I mean, I thought by the end of the trip we were gonna be like just fighting. Nigga, fuck you, no, fuck you. You know, it's like I thought it was gonna be terrible. You know, but we were like, we had a great time the whole time. Even when the trip was going bad, it was still great, and we had so many things to talk about. And Brian, he did. He looked out for me the whole time. When I was out of it, apparently going around molesting people myself and talking gibberish, he picked up the laptop, brought it back to the hotel. He drove me around London. I mean, that guy's amazing. So yeah, big shout out to Brian. Everybody say hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
I like Brian too. Every time I saw him, I was like, Brian! And he was like, Croatia! And I'm like, no!
Yeah, Brian, you probably listen to some
but
of
close enough.
Yeah, no, you probably listen to some of our podcasts. Brian is a guy that I met in Amsterdam, and we decided to make this road trip. And I know a lot of people. Eric, you were talking about you want to do the European road trip.
Yeah, I thought it was a great idea.
It's expensive as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not realize you can spend $100 on tolls in France.
Wow.
If you depending on how far you go. It seems like every 5 minutes there's a toll to go through.
Yeah, Europe is crazy on tolls.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about like 2 or 3 euros. I'm talking about like 100. I mean, you get to a certain toll, it's like 50 euros, 20 euros, 30 euros. It's like, man, this is insane. So I don't know, man. If we can do a European road trip, I would love to do that with a lot of people, But I don't know. It's a lot harder than we thought. It was hard with 2 people. So I can imagine trying to keep a group of guys together. But who knows?
Well, anytime I'm in, man.
You are?
Yeah, sure.
I'll tell you what. This is what I was thinking. We give ourselves a week. It's gonna be hell on gas, but we give ourselves a week. We start out in Amsterdam, and then we have a big party here in London, and we just spend a week driving to London, and we don't take the toll roads, so it's gonna be longer, but we get to see a little more of the country that we're in, or countries that we're in, and I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea. That sounds awesome. It sounds awesome.
All right. Then we'll see if we can make that happen sometime
Great.
in 2012.
All right.
Talking about throwing another party in the spring. You up for that, Nick?
Yeah, I'm definitely up for that. I'm kind of curious as how we can top this party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could go with Marie's idea,
What the hell? What was her idea?
An orgy.
An orgy. It was like a fucking Roman orgy.
With
Yeah.
Alex, but not this Alex in here, but with the other Alex, and they were like, and Marie was like looking at her. Wouldn't it be funny if this whole thing just turned into an orgy?
I have a feeling she was serious.
I think she was serious, man. That girl is freaky. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
she is.
Yeah.
But then it was so funny because there was one guy just out of nowhere, just his head popped out of the corner. Did someone say orgy?
No, but that would have been seriously dangerous because
Oh, yeah.
out of all Spill members, there were only like
Four
5
girls. Four
Yeah.
girls. Yeah.
It was like, I'll pass. Thank you.
Yeah. That would have been more dangerous for the girls or the guys though.
But this is the one thing you guys all maintain. That you can tell what type of girl is like in bed just by looking at her.
Oh, Nick and you. Yeah,
And
Nick and Alex had this argument.
I dispute this to
'Cause-
the end of.
Yeah, you see.
You cannot tell.
Because no, you and I were having a conversation earlier about it, Alex, and then you said something to confirm my suspicions of her. Yeah.
Listen, Marie, we have a Spill member named Marie. Very pretty girl.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, very attractive girl. She showed up.
Mhm.
Let me tell you something. You know, I'll tell you this. Of course, the guys to girls ratio is higher, but the girls that we do have, damn,
yeah.
these girls are nice and they're very accommodating. And yeah, look at Claudia, so they're smiling. Like, yeah,
Like the
but
big
look,
shooting green
and
on
I
my
tell you,
face.
I'm just saying they're very friendly. And I mean, on one of the webcams, Marie came up and just planted a huge kiss on the side of my cheek, and I went around that cheek. I mean, I didn't wipe it for the rest of the night. I had like a big lip mark on the side of my head. And she was very friendly. There was another girl there that was really nice. I forgot her name, shit. But I do know this. Nick and I had a conversation with Marie, and I said, damn, you know, I'm not gonna give the details, but it pretty much comes up. That girl's a freak. And Nick was like, yeah, I was telling you so. And then Alex comes in, you know, you can't tell if a girl's freaky in bed just by looking at her. I know.
Yeah.
And we didn't do that just by looking at her. We talked to her.
Yeah. You can tell, you know, by having a conversation with her, because you and I were having the argument, and then you later said, what was it exactly that she said to you when you approached her?
Should I
And
say it?
yes, just say it. Just say
Now
it.
we're breaking the rules.
With this one little rule, because yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was kind of joking with her. I came up and said.
Yeah, it was a joke. So yeah, go ahead.
I said, so Marie, you know, I gotta ask you, here by yourself? Or did you come in here with a man? You know, and I'm just kind of being me, you know. And she's like, no, I told you, I came here by myself. And I was just talking about who I'm gonna go home with tonight. And I was like, well, you know, you can come back with me. And she's like, okay. Yeah, that's what I think about. I think that's why I was stuttering and talking gibberish for the rest of the night. Because at that point, like, I was expecting. I mean, so, yeah, she.
By the time you stopped, it was the night. The night was over.
By the time I turned around,
It's like, yeah, sure.
At that time I was out of it. She was like, "No, I'm not going home with you." Hey, Marie, you still want to go home with me? She's a beautiful girl though, man.
Oh yeah.
Very nice looking, yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Indeed.
And here's the other thing, Alex. That girl knows what she's doing. She came up, that just real tight, hot ass red dress. What are you looking at me like that? Like you what?
I'm listening intently.
You look. You talking now? See, here's the other thing. You said you can't tell how a girl's gonna be in bed just by looking at her.
No.
Marie, I can kind of look at her, put like body language together.
Yeah. Body language, how she talks, and what she wears.
What she wears.
And red lipstick. So.
And that bright
red lipstick. Yeah.
I am sorry, but I'm gonna have to side with my man Alex back here. I think that girl will whoop your ass in bed, and I'd like it.
Wait,
Well, I'm confused now.
Alex?
Well, I mean, I'm not so. Must have been Freudian slip.
Busted.
I'm sorry. Well, you know what? I looked at you and said, I bet she'd be great in bed. Yeah, I sized you up just by looking at you. Marie, I think she'd like really kick ass in bed. That's funny because when I said that, everybody just stopped and looked. I said, what did I say? All right, so yeah, and I think she's all right. I mean, we had a lot of girls that have shown up where I'm just kind of like, I am surprised that, first of all, I guess you kind of have to be freaky to show up with all these nerds and shit. So
Chic is in.
it is. It truly is. Yeah, Martin, how come you didn't take nobody home? You're the geekiest out of everybody. Jesus Christ. Can't we just joke around with friends? People with friends.
I don't know what to say.
The door's about to slam.
You were scared of those socks, man. Martin put his socks up on the bed again, and David almost fell off the bed.
Fucking hell.
I tell you what's scary. When I brought my computer home last night, I opened it up, and there was all kind of sticky shit on it. I didn't know where it came from. Martin, were you gonna say something? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say I don't know how to respond to the question you were saying.
You're alive. Shit, I put 3 holes in my way back.
Well, I almost picked up a Gibb, so that was something.
You almost picked up a shiny black one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I remember talking to Martin on Friday, and
Yeah.
he was like, I'm a shy person. I don't go up to girls too much. And I said, we're gonna change that this week. And he looked at me and was like it was almost an insult, like, oh, are we? Like, I guess not anymore. But did you have a good time?
Yeah, no, I had a great time. I mean, I would definitely obviously go to the next Spell event. And it's amazing because I've obviously met a lot of people just for this one weekend. Mm-hmm. And obviously it was great to meet Nick and yourself.
Yeah, I have to say before we leave here, it's amazing. I feel like at this point, and this is such a cliche thing to say, but I really at this point feel like London is a second home for me. It's because I come here and I have so many good friends, and it's even like a meeting point for people who don't even live in the country. So it's an amazing thing, man. So I really appreciate you coming. Is he taking a shit? Just walked to the bathroom.
Yep.
He's leaving you a present.
Yeah, he's not gonna flush it or anything. Here's your birthday gift.
You didn't like the watermelon? Well, fuck you.
All right. While we wait for him to finish taking his shit or whatever he's doing, we'll just go around and have some last words. How about that? I mean, does anybody else have anything to add? I mean, are we done? Or do you anybody want to say anything else? Did we cover everything?
No, we didn't cover everything, which is good. So
Yes.
Yes,
Well,
but what I will
should be here, so.
Well, yeah. I'll just say this one thing, that if you want to see what kind of stuff happens, you have to come yourself. And these things, these parties are getting better and better each time. And I know what we're fully capable of. So I'm looking forward to the next one, hopefully in the spring. And
Yeah, we do plan on doing one in the spring, whether it's on a road trip or just doing a party. So
yeah.
You didn't flush the toilet, did you?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Just we'll do it.
So, by the way, I'm back, and I was not taking a shit. Just
Good, because I didn't hear you wash your hands. What we're doing here, man. We're just going around giving some last words before we end the podcast.
already.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Do you have something you want to add? I mean, do you have somewhere you want to talk about?
Not really, I guess, but
I mean, the stuff that we want to talk about, we can't talk about.
yeah. Well, there's lots of stuff, but
Nick is right.
to experience that, you guys got to come next year. So, we got to keep it interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, we had this year again some girl on girl action twice, actually.
What?
Notice the people.
I saw that. Unless I was fucking
Wait, what was that?
Hey, Nick, it's funny because
2 girls making out. I saw that.
all the people who blacked out, I said,
All right, yeah. I guess that's the part where Aljaž and I fill in
okay.
because you guys were just fucked out of your mind.
Yeah, please.
I don't know, it's no big.
I mean, it wasn't
It's a bit
big. It was
deal,
just
like-
like 2 girls making out.
What happened?
Details.
Just open his eyes like,
It sounded like the guy from BBC 4. It's like details on BBC 4.
Lesbian.
Let's just say that history tends to repeat itself.
Yeah, I mean,
Talk about Nick. Can we talk about this tonight?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Can we?
what I want to know, yeah.
Yes, let's talk about it. Patricia,
Well, just
was Patricia on this again?
yeah. Anyways, I went out for a second to grab some fresh air, and when I came back in, I just saw 2 girls on the couch. I'm not gonna name any names, kissing, not too much.
We saw it. Well,
I got
one name.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, when I saw this, I got all happy and kind of excited. And when I looked to my left, there were 2 gay guys making out too.
Told them, yeah.
So I thought, what? Oh man, that just ruined the whole thing.
Unless you're gay, you know, and you like.
Well,
The
yeah.
awesome thing about it was they first started like on the far left side of the disco or the club, whatever you want to call it, and they just gradually like moved more and more towards us. Like at the end, they were almost sitting on our couch, just making out intensely, and I was like, "This." Oh,
That wasn't me. That was the guys.
Yeah.
Patricia, but no, you know what did you do? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that's kind of cool that you bring it to the party, but again, apparently this is during my crazy moment where I didn't know anything that was going on. Did you start making out with some girl again?
Well, I was feeling affectionate, and yeah. Basically.
Oh,
No,
who
I
was
was
the
just.
girl?
No, should I tell?
Yes.
No, let's just, you know.
Let's just leave it at that. Be
Let-
there the next time you're gonna see it. You're gonna.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna happen again. I promise you guys. Just, you know.
Okay, I'll leave it up to you, Patricia. Do you think she
We
might
think
have
about-
told the name?
I don't know. We just had a little snog. No big deal.
Okay. Well,
But were there
That's nothing
tongues?
as bad as last time, I guess.
okay, that's not a big. That's a name then. Who was it?
It's just Anisha.
Of course.
Of course.
You two just need to like fuck each other at some point.
No, we just get on really well. That's all.
Silence.
One of these days, you know, I gotta get them back in this room. Get a Corey sandwich going in here. Yeah, niggas, man. I said no names. Trying to protect the innocent. Ain't nothing innocent about these people. All right, so we got your last testament here. You made out again with some girl. Not some girl, the same girl. I think that's beautiful. That's cool that you two like each other that much. You know.
Yeah, we're good friends.
I can you damn right. You still smell like Anisha right now. Okay, so what about you, Dave? You got any last words?
Yeah, it's been great, you know, and with kind of like the Spill community and all these kind of great people where you kind of go into a bar and there's a large group of dudes just talking about anime, and it's like, you know, like really, really in-depth, like you would like hear someone like talking about sports or something. And that was just like great to watch. You know, you don't really get that anywhere else, where you just get this big cluster of like people having this really bizarre debates about stuff, and then like random people just like chipping in every now and then, and
Now, see, what about
stuff
if
like
you
that.
go to where you can get in the same room people talking about anime and girls making out.
I know it's
You know,
great.
it's a wonderful-
I mean, all you need is some giant robots and you know a talking goat of some kind, and
I mean, and even the gay people are making out too. It's a beautiful.
yes,
thing,
there is much love and spill.
There is. What about you, my man, Martin?
No, it was just a good time. I apologize if I missed your performance.
That wasn't a performance. I wasn't doing it for you guys. Screw you.
She was.
Yeah.
No, no. Oh, no. It's for my own pleasure. Thank you very much.
No, I just wanted to say that it was like really good, and it was amazing, like to speak to people like who are into like you know, like geeky stuff. Just because obviously like Spill is like that, but it was amazing to meet people you know, interested in that you know, all those different types of areas. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely go to. No, sorry, I was thinking. No.
All of a sudden, I thought like something just kicked in. Those rubies just kicked in. Yeah. But I really appreciate you coming out, though, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nice. And okay, here's the real thing here, Alex.
I came for the free goods.
The free goods.
I came for the free goods.
Okay, yeah, you're not part of the site. People have like.
I think you came to support me. Thank you very much.
That too.
No, I have to get this response from you. I mean, you.
Oh no,
who
I
is
had
it?
an amazing time.
Okay.
Like, you guys are so welcoming and so nice. I'm definitely rejoining. Let's put it that way.
Okay, well, you know it's not as exciting when you're on the site as it is at one of the
No, but
parties.
it's a really good way to meet people. It's a really nice way to meet people and a really nice community.
Yeah, no, it's.
I agree with what you said.
Good. I mean, we were glad to have you there. Thank you for coming out. She's like, what? Now, when you give me that evil
I don't know.
eye,
I don't trust a word the damn word you say.
I just said thank you, and she's looking at me. What does that mean? What do you mean, thank you?
I'm watching you.
I'm not breaking any more rules. All right, Alyash.
Yes.
Yeah, Yes.
Yes, as if you were asking me a question. All right. My final words.
Well, you went to the Croatian spill party and
Yeah.
this one, so you know,
Okay. Well.
two experiences, how they differ and stuff.
Well, obviously this one was better in a way that, like, you know, I got to meet many people, like interesting people. Everyone was so friendly because we were all just here, like, to have a good time and to get to know each other better. And well, in Croatia it was like more relaxed, still kind of in the same tone, but not as potent. But the main thing is, like, I can really say that this trip has been worth every cent that I spent on it, because it's been an amazing experience and I can't wait to be back. I'm for sure coming back for the next spill party. I'm thinking of going to London like at least 4-6 times a year now, just because I like the city, I like the people, and I want to see my friend Nick more often. So that would be my final words.
I couldn't agree more with Olias. This city is great. The spill party was great. It was totally worth the trip. I loved it.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear it. Nick, I know how much you get frustrated with me.
Yes.
Long suffering Nick.
Yeah, Nick, I don't even know how Nick handles me, but Nick, you're a dear friend, and you do an amazing job at this.
Oh, thanks, man.
You and Anisha both did.
Yeah. No, she really came through in the end, I think,
But
too.
you know, I have to say, you've come a long way since I first met you with this.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, we just being a handful of just a handful of people, a group of people at a pub to like actually, you know, having an organized big party.
Yeah. I think the first spill party was like 15 people, and it's like, you know, it's way bigger than.
Working for the site at some point.
What was that?
Well, I said, who even would have thought you'd be working for the site at some point?
Well, I didn't. Yeah, let's just say that. So.
I didn't either. I said, there's no way this fool's going to get me on the site.
And you hired me, so.
Kicking him off the site, as a matter of
So.
fact. You gotta stop introducing me as your boss, though, man. I'm your friend.
When was the last time I introduced you as my boss?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I do that because I know it pisses you off a little bit, so it's kind of funny.
But I have to say, I have also had a great time. Oh yeah, we already talked about you making out with chicks.
A few words.
Oh, excuse me.
No, it was really nice because I got to hang out with my old friends, I guess, that I met in January, and I met lots of new people, and they're really cool. I got to talk about comic books and games and TV shows. It was really awesome.
Yeah, you're one of those hot geek girls. The more I hang around you, the more like geekier shit I find out about you. She actually passed by a comic.
Do we have any ugly geek girls at the spill party?
No, we don't.
No.
You don't admit. You like veto them at the door.
That is true.
The Afro eats them.
He devours the weak.
Yeah, this girl, she passed by a comic book store, and she got the shakes. She's like, I can't go in there. I'll never come out. But yeah, you know, we it's an amazing thing, man. We have a lot of cool people, and like Nick said, like everybody has said, you know, you really want to experience it and see what it's like, you gotta come, because there's just things that cannot be talked about. Not even because they're bad. It's just too much stuff to go into.
Yeah.
It's stuff that can't be described in words that we do there. You know, so it's been fun, and I appreciate all of you coming out, and I hope to see you all again. Everybody says, you know, I don't think I'm ever gonna see you again, but more than half the people in here, about half the people here I've seen again. Yeah, about half the people I've seen again. So yeah, and like I said, make some really good friends with a few of you. So that's it. I don't think there's any more to add. Now get the fuck out of my room.
All right, last one.
Goodbye, Corey.
Hey, bye.
We'll miss you, you wonderful spill man.